Now, I want first Jatin to switch on the camera and get ready for the oral test. Jatin, ready Jatin? Switch on your camera, Jatin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So all the best for your oral test. Okay. Now my first question is, what is the difference between the two types of the reproduction which you have studied? Tell me four major differences between the two types of reproduction.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
Ma'am, there are two types of asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Ma'am, in
Okay, good.
asexual reproduction, it involves single parent which can be male or female. And ma'am, in sexual reproduction, it involves two parents, one male and another female.
Okay.
Ma'am, in asexual reproduction, the gametes are not involved, and in sexual reproduction, male and female gametes are involved. Ma'am, in asexual reproduction, fertilization doesn't occur, and in sexual reproduction, fertilization occurs.
Okay. Correct.
Ma'am,
Now, huh?
ma'am, in asexual reproduction, the offspring produced are the exact copies of parents, and in sexual reproduction, offspring show variations.
Good. Now, my next question. Name the parts of the functional unit of the kidney. Name the parts of the functional unit of kidney.
Ma'am, ma'am, please repeat. I can't hear your voice.
Huh. I am asking that name the parts of the functional unit of kidney.
Ma'am, ma'am, uriniferous tubules.
Okay, correct. The functional unit, that is uriniferous tubules. Now name the parts of it.
Ma'am, the parts of it are, ma'am, the
Huh?
first part is Malpighian body,
Okay.
and ma'am, the second part is secretory tubule, and
Huh?
ma'am, third part is collecting duct.
Very good. Okay, now can you tell me about the Malpighian body?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? What it
Ma'am, it
consists
has,
of?
ma'am, it
Huh?
consists of Bowman's capsule and
Huh?
glomerulus.
Further?
Ma'am, the Bowman's capsule is a cup-shaped structure, and ma'am, glomerulus are tuft of capillaries formed by
Huh?
the, ma'am, they are formed by the afferent renal arteriole.
Excellent. Then?
Ma'am, the glomerulus, ma'am, it goes into the Bowman's capsule and divide into tuft capillaries.
Okay, further. Can you tell me the function of this part?
Ma'am, here the filtration of blood takes place.
And what is formed then after the filtration?
Ma'am, nephric filtrate.
Nephric filtrate. Okay. So in a day, how much nephric filtrate is formed?
Ma'am, I don't know.
Okay, no problem. Now the next question. The excretion part is over. Now the next question from your transportation. Okay, tell me what is the process of the transport of water and minerals called?
Ma'am, what?
What is the process of transport of water and minerals called?
Ma'am, in human beings or plants?
Transport of water and minerals in plants.
Ma'am, in plants? Ma'am, it is called, ma'am, ascent of sap.
Ascent of sap. In human, what is it? Transport of water and minerals.
Ma'am, in humans,
Acha, okay. Tell me which forces are involved in this process? What you said just now.
ma'am, three forces are involved in this process: cohesion,
Uh,
adhesion, and tension.
okay, so this is the names which you have given. They are the names of the forces or the phenomenon or the process.
Ma'am, these are, ma'am, the forces.
Okay. So can you explain that how the process goes on?
Ma'am, first the ma'am cohesive force, ma'am, it is exerted between the ma'am similar molecules. Ma'am, then the ma'am adhesive force, ma'am, it is exerted between the water molecules and xylem vessels and tracheids. Ma'am, these forces help in the formation of a continuous water column.
Okay.
Ma'am, ma'am, through which a suction pull develops due to transpiration pull, which pulls the water till the top of the plant.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Now my last question for you. That is, can you tell me that what is the difference between two differences between arteries and veins?
Ma'am, arteries carry blood from heart to all parts of the body. Veins carry blood from all parts of the body to the heart. And
Huh.
ma'am, arteries have thick walls and veins have thin walls.
Okay. Give me the reason for this difference.
Ma'am, arteries have thick walls because ma'am the blood flows in pressure inside them, and in veins the blood flows smoothly, so they have thin walls.
Okay. So your test is done. Very good. Okay. Now the
Thank you,
next
ma'am.
question. Get ready. Next, next student will be Tia. So switch on your camera and switch on your mic. Yes, Tia, ready? Okay. My first question to you. All the best. Okay. Now, name the different modes of asexual reproduction.
Yes, ma'am. The different modes of asexual reproduction are uh, fission, budding, regeneration, uh, spore formation, vegetative propagation, and fragmentation.
Fragmentation. Okay. What is the difference between the regeneration and fragmentation?
Ma'am, we have not studied yet.
अच्छा, you are not knowing. ठीक है. चलिए, तो fission याद है कुछ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me, what are the two types of fission?
Meiosis and meiosis and meiosis and mitosis.
Oh, try to understand, try to listen to my question clearly. What are the two types of fission?
Yes, ma'am. Binary fission and multicellular fission.
No. Okay, and what is that meiosis and mitosis you said just now? Can you clarify what are those?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Uh, Ma'am, mitosis occurs in the somatic cells and meiosis occurs in the germ cells.
No, no need to explain. Just tell me what is mitosis and meiosis. Don't switch off your camera and the mic again and again. Okay, you have to keep it continuously on. Mitosis और meiosis है क्या? Your mic is not on. Unmute it.
Yes, ma'am.
बार बार उसको ऑन ऑफ मत करो. जब तक आपका टेस्ट चल रहा है तब तक उसको एक बार ऑन कर दो तो ऑन ही रखो. Don't touch it now. It will be wasting the time. Mic on.
Ma'am, she left.
She left. No, this should not happen, children. एक बार आप माइक ऑन करें और कैमरा ऑन करें तो फिर उसको टच ना करें. Is it clear? Okay, so now I'll give the chance to other student. We will not waste any time. So Shamit will switch on the camera and the mic. Shamit. Shamit, heard quickly. Switch on your camera. You have to be very ready.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ready now? Ready, Shamit?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
अब माइक बिल्कुल टच मत करना, ना तो कैमरा टच करिए. एक बार माइक ऑन कर दिया तो कर दिया. जतिन did very well. I want your mic to be on all the time. अभी आपका
Yes,
off है
ma'am.
mic. हाँ. So all the best. Now my first question to you. Prompt quickly answer हमको मिलने चाहिए. सिर्फ 5 questions हमको पूछने हैं. 5 जल्दी जल्दी आंसर करना है. Okay. Now my first question from your reproductive part. Okay. Tell me the major differences between the multiple fission and the binary fission.
Ma'am,
Got
I
my
don't know.
question?
Yes,
अच्छा,
ma'am. Yes,
ठीक है.
ma'am.
Now, next question. Okay, my next question. So, can you tell me the differences between asexual and sexual reproduction?
Ma'am, in asexual reproduction, there is only one organism, and in sexual reproduction, there are 2 different organisms.
Four major differences I want.
Yes, ma'am. In asexual reproduction, there is no gamete cells involved, and in sexual reproduction, there are gamete cells involved. Gametes involved. In asexual reproduction, there is dividing of cell, and in sexual reproduction, there is merging of cells.
No, in both the cases, cells divide. That you cannot say.
Yes.
Okay, both the cases, cell division will occur. Okay, so now I'll take up other topic, excretion. Okay, tell me the parts involved, the organs involved in the excretory system of human being.
Ma'am, kidney, urethra, bladder, and ureter.
I want it in proper order.
Ma'am, kidney,
Okay,
ureter, bladder, and urethra.
urethra. Okay. Now, can you describe the structure of the kidney?
Yes, ma'am. It is kidney.
कैमरा ऑफ नहीं होना चाहिए.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, कैमरा ऑफ बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए बीच में. और कैमरा ऑफ तभी होगा जब आप करेंगे. Isn't it? तो आपको
Yes,
ऑफ
ma'am.
करना है.
Ma'am, I don't know.
Okay, tell me how excretion occurs in plants.
Ma'am, by transpiration.
Over. That is all you have to say. Can you name the products, excretory products in the plants? What are the excretory substances produced by the plants?
Yes, ma'am. Water, CO2. Um,
Fast. And one by one you say that water, how it will be removed out, CO2, how it will be removed out. That way quickly keep on telling.
Ma'am, CO2 by stromata.
Okay?
Water by the transpiration.
Okay. Process transpiration again through stomata.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ.
And
फिर माइक ऑफ कर दी. आपने अपना कैमरा फिर ऑफ कर दिया.
no, ma'am, camera is on.
No, it's not on.
No, ma'am, camera is
Hmm?
on.
Ma'am, it's on.
Yes, ma'am. क्या ऑफ हो गया क्या?
You are not visible, na?
Ma'am, camera is on.
We can
Ma'am,
see him.
we can see him,
Yes, ma'am, we
ma'am.
can see him.
Now he is visible to me.
Ma'am, it might be some technical issue.
Network
हाँ.
issue. Yes, ma'am.
तो continue ना. Then what else is the waste? Okay, tell me what are the steps involved in the urine formation?
Ma'am, from the tubules,
Just name the steps involved in the urine formation.
ma'am, absorption, secretion, and
That also has to be in the proper order. Otherwise, it will not be correct.
yes, ma'am,
That
filtration, absorption, and secretion. Absorption nahi.
what absorption? What type of absorption?
Ma'am, of the waste.
Okay, now my next question. From your transportation, you tell me the structure of the heart, human heart.
Ma'am, there are four chambers. Left atrial, left ventricle, right atrial, left ventricle. There
No,
is
no. What are the upper chambers? What are the upper chambers called?
ma'am, the upper chambers are called ventricle
Acha,
And
not have ventricles.
no, ma'am, auricles.
Ah,
And chambers are ventricles.
okay.
There is pulmonary veins and pulmonary arteries, which goes from the lungs.
Just the heart structure I want. I don't want how the blood is coming and going.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, the upper two chambers are auricles and lower ones are ventricles. Uh, मैम हमको ये बताना है ब्लड एंटर कहाँ से करता है.
नहीं, हार्ट का सिर्फ अंदर का स्ट्रक्चर बताओ.
ओके मैम.
There is lot to explain in the internal structure of the heart.
मैम ऑडियो इज कमिंग.
Audio is coming, your video is not coming. Again and again it's going.
Yes ma'am. Ma'am, there is septum wall between the two chambers, two sides of the heart. There is
Okay.
ma'am.
So that question is over. Now one last question. Tell me the composition of the blood.
Ma'am, plasma, red blood cell, white blood cell, and plasma, red blood cell, white blood cell, and platelets.
Okay, tell me the composition of the blood plasma.
Ma'am, I don't know.
Okay, over now. Your test is done now. Now I want Romya to switch on the camera quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Romya ready? Now my first question to you. All the best for your test. Tell me the different modes of asexual reproduction.
Fission, fragmentation, regeneration, budding, vegetative propagation, and spore formation.
Okay. Now, can you tell me what will be the characteristic features of all these types of the mode of reproduction which you have named?
Ma'am, please repeat.
The characteristic features of these all different modes of reproduction which you have named just now. These are all asexual mode of reproduction. Okay, so what are the characteristic features of asexual mode?
Ma'am, they involve single parent,
Okay,
which can be male or female.
correct.
Haploid gametes are not involved.
Fine, then correct.
And fertilization doesn't occur.
Huh.
It involves only mitosis.
Only mitosis. Okay. So since it involves mitosis, what type of the progenies will be produced?
Ma'am, please repeat.
the offsprings produced will be similar to the parent, they will be different to the parent.
Ma'am, exact copies of their parents.
They are exact copies of their parents. Okay, good. Now my next question. From your excretion part, tell me quickly what are the steps involved in the process of urine formation? Process of
Glomer
urine formation.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
हाँ,
glomerular filtration, secretion,
ठीक है.
and selective
हाँ,
reabsorption.
ओके. तो फिल्ट्रेशन के बाद क्या होता है?
Ma'am, selective reabsorption.
Selective reabsorption होता है. Okay. Can you tell me the process of the glomerular filtration? What is it? Where does it occur and how does it occur? Something about it.
Ma'am, nephric filtrate is formed in it.
हाँ, ठीक है. नेफ्रिक फिल्ट्रेट बनता है. कैसे बनता है?
And filtration of blood occurs.
हाँ. Can you tell me the composition of this nephric filtrate? What the nephric filtrate contain?
Ma'am,
We have discussed
water,
all this in the class. हाँ.
ma'am,
हाँ.
water, urea, ammonia, uric acid, and ammonium acid, and glucose.
हाँ.
Ma'am, calcium ion, potassium ions, etc.
So mineral ions are they different? Okay. Now what happens during the selective reabsorption?
Selective.
Okay, tell me where the selective reabsorption takes place.
Yes, ma'am.
Where the selective reabsorption occurs.
Ma'am, in secretory tubules.
In the secretory tubule. Name quickly the parts of the secretory tubule.
Proximal convoluted tubules,
Okay.
loop of
Tubules or
Henle,
tubule? You tell me
ma'am,
tubules or it is a tubule? Huh?
tubule,
Okay. Then,
loop of Henle, and distal convoluted tubule.
correct. Okay. Now, my next question to you from your respiration, your transportation part. Tell me the structure of the heart, human heart.
Ma'am, it is present in the thoracic cavity, in between the two lungs,
No
above the.
need to tell the location. Location, I don't want, just the structure.
Um, its size is equals to the fist of our hand. It is protected by a membranous cavity called pericardium fluid, which protects it from the mechanical shocks. And it is made up of cardiac muscle, and it has four chambers. The upper two chambers are called auricles, and the lower two chambers are called ventricles. The upper two chambers are separated by auricular interauricular septum, and the lower two chambers are separated by interventricular septum.
Okay. Further, how the auricles and ventricles are separated. and
I
how
mean,
they are connected. Ah,
left aperture is guarded by bicuspid valve, and right aperture is guarded by tricuspid valve.
okay. Where are these apertures present?
Ma'am, between the auricles and ventricles.
Okay, so how the auricles and ventricles separated?
Oh, by interauricular ventricular septum.
Auricular septum. Okay. So the auricular septum only has the apertures. Okay. Now, my last question to you. What is the difference? Just two differences between arteries and veins.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, please
Huh.
repeat the question.
Just two differences between arteries and veins you have to tell me.
Arteries carries blood from heart to all the parts of the body. Veins carry blood from all the parts of the body to the heart. Uh, arteries arteries carry oxygenated blood and except pulmonary artery, and veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein.
Okay. Your test is done. Good. Now, next, Shivam will start the camera. Shivam, quickly switch on the camera. Shivam Vasawa will switch on the camera quickly and unmute your mic.
Sairam, ma'am.
Sairam, Sairam. Okay. So, ready for the oral test?
Yes, ma'am.
All the all the best now. Now, my first
Yeah.
question.
Yes,
Tell
ma'am.
me the differences between asexual and sexual reproduction.
Asexual involves single parent, and sexual involve two parent. And in asexual there is no fertilization process, and and in sexual fusion of male and female gametes occurs.
Okay, four differences I want.
Uh, Haploid gametes are not involved, and in sexual, male and female haploids are gametes are involved, which are produced by male and female reproductive organ.
Okay. Now name the types of the asexual modes of reproduction.
Ma'am, your voice is not audible.
Name the modes of asexual reproduction.
Okay. Fission, fragmentation, regeneration, budding, and vegetative pore formation.
What is the third one you said?
Vegetation propagation.
No, name them again once.
Fission, budding, vegetative propagation, and um, spore formation, regeneration, and budding. Five. Okay. Five.
Okay. Now, next question. What
Yep.
are the excretory products of the plants? Excretory products of plants.
H2O. नहीं नहीं नहीं. हाँ, excess water, metabolic waste,
Correct?
CO2.
Huh? Okay. So, can you tell me how they are removed?
CO2 नहीं. हाँ, CO2 removed through transpiration and excess. नहीं नहीं.
So, transpiration occurs through.
नहीं. मैम एक सेकेंड.
Huh?
Then I don't know.
Okay. So, by one more question now
Yes, ma'am.
from your distraction only. What is the transport of the water and minerals in plants called?
Ascent of sap.
And what is the transport of food called?
Sorry, ma'am.
What is the transportation of food called in plants?
What is it? Transportation. Man's hypothesis.
Munch hypothesis explains that process. Okay, but what is that process called? Acha, what the Munch
नहीं.
hypothesis?
Translocates
हाँ,
of solute.
ट्रांसलोकेशन ऑफ सॉल्यूट्स. ठीक है,
हाँ.
सही है. उसको सही एक बार ध्यान से समझना. ट्रांसलोकेशन इट इज. Okay, now what Munch hypothesis says?
Yes, ma'am.
What Munch hypothesis says about the translocation of solute?
Transport of food occurs from source to sink.
Okay, what is the meaning of this statement?
Source are the leaves where the food is synthesized by the process of photosynthesis, where the concentration of food is high.
फिर कहाँ जाता कहाँ है?
मैम सिंक्स मतलब सारे अलग पार्ट होते हैं.
हाँ, तो कहाँ से कहाँ जा रहा है मतलब?
From the leaves to all other parts.
Leaves to all other parts. ठीक है. तो why does it go from leaf to other parts?
Because in leaf there is high concentration, and in all other parts low concentration.
Low concentration is there. ठीक है. Okay, now my last question. एक क्वेश्चन और आंसर कर लीजिए. How many chambers the human heart has?
4.
4. Can you name them?
Right auricle, right ventricle, left auricle, left ventricle.
ठीक है. How they are connected to each other?
True auricle नहीं. हाँ true auricular ventricle septum.
Septum. तो सेप्टम कनेक्ट करता है कि सेप्टम सेपरेट करता है?
Separate
तो कनेक्ट कैसे हो रहे हैं वो दोनों?
by tricuspid and bicuspid wall.
वैल्व से. ठीक है. वैल्व क्या कर रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
What valve is doing?
It allows नहीं. हाँ, it allows the flow of blood.
Blood. कहाँ से कहाँ?
from right ventricle to left ventricle and
नहीं,
and
राइट से लेफ्ट में तो कोई कनेक्शन है ही नहीं.
right ventricle to right auricle.
तो ऊपर के चेम्बर्स कौन से?
नहीं, right auricle to left right ventricle.
हाँ
हाँ,
ठीक है. हाँ
left
उल्टा
auricle
मत.
to left ventricle.
हाँ okay, so your test is done. Good,
Thank you, ma'am.
very good. You answered all questions well. So continue studying like this only, Shivam.
Yes, ma'am.
So now we have completed only 5 students. The time is over, children. We'll end up the class, and next time now the other children should get ready. थोड़ा सा preparation proper करिए कि आप fast answer कर पाए, children. Is it clear? Because it should not take so much time. I want that all of you all should answer very quickly. Okay, it has to be just like the rapid fire, children. Try to do that way.